Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BJ at the Movies. I am B.
And I am Jay.
And we watched Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
What is your overall feeling coming out of this movie? Tell us, Jay.
Well, good question. I really thought it was a movie you need to see in theaters, and I wanted to see it the first weekend when everyone's hype about it. It was one of my favorite experiences in a theater ever, maybe.
You've already said it. I really enjoyed this experience in the theater as well. It added so much. Oh, I did not know this movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes. It does not feel like 2 hours and 40 minutes at all.
The action sequences are mesmerizing.
There's a lot of action, then a slow-mo, then action, boom, and it just flows really well.
There's a lot of real life emotion mixed in with this movie because of what happened. They give enough story and time and care to the situation and to the passing of Black Panther, T'Challa, with so much expectation for this movie to be good and for it to hit on like every cylinder. I mean, that's hard when you've seen like everything from everyone.
I didn't know what to expect. How do you recover from losing your main star, someone who is loved by the cast and crew so much? And they do a great job of it. They balance action and story. And like you said, the best thing about this movie is the acting. It is so good. And the sound, it doesn't detract from the movie. It adds to the movie.
I've been critical before of Marvel movies and how they shovel forced humor down your throat. Laugh now. Yeah. Laugh. Black Panther handles comedy really well.
Now we're going to get into the spoiling parts of the movie.
Just the subtle thing I really enjoyed with the start of it was the Marvel logo that comes out. Normally you hear like the music like and the pages flipping and all that. This was like a moment of silence, and it really hit home. Like I was very emotional during this movie that I didn't expect to be.
No, Sam, there's a few points in this movie where I started getting emotional too, and that's completely fine.
Luckily, we have an incredible lead in this movie to take over. I mean, I could have rewatched the first one before this. I don't remember everything, but I do remember Shuri was more of, I mean, she was intelligent, like extremely intelligent, added so much in that regard, but also a big comic relief. She had a lot of jokes.
She had a lot more jokes, but she'd still had those moments where she was connecting with her brother throughout it that really elevated Black Panther, the first one. And she brought into another level in this one. Holy crap.
Just the growth of her and her character, the roller coaster she goes on, everything she shares with the audience, and seeing her come out the other side as an incredible leader.
That's such a good point, because one of the problems that I have with superhero movies is it's so unrealistic in the fact that you have an entire movie where all these things happen, but nothing changes inside of the character. Nothing changes. They're the exact same as they were at the beginning, the exact same as they were at the end. But in this movie, all the characters, especially her, go on a crazy arc, and you can see the change in everything, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they move from the beginning of this movie into the end. Ramonda, Angela Bassett, her performance in this was on another level, right? Any scene with her, she draws everyone around her in. Tenoch Huerta, he does a great job. This guy goes on such a journey and tells us why he is the way that he is, shows us why he is the way he is, and has changed throughout the story.
He felt like a threat.
Big time.
He felt big time when he came out of the water, when he was flying. He looked super powerful. He looked like, how are you going to beat this guy? He had like a realistic, like within this world way of making him weaker.
There was a way to do that. He's not just some unbeatable
Yeah, we got to have a real fight
if
we need to. He was able to have these candid, like heart-filled moments. He had motives that made sense, I guess a little extreme.
Yeah, of course he took it to the extreme, but he's considered a god amongst his people, so you know that he's going to get real emotional over everything, carrying a lot of baggage. But man, he delivered on it.
I don't know what this movie's rated, like G probably. In Quebec, it's probably G. Maybe other places PG.
In Quebec, it's definitely.
I don't think it's
PG.
PG-13 though. It never.
Was there swearing in it? There was no blood, which didn't matter. Didn't detract from it at all.
It was never held back by its rating.
Never. That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
With like a PG rating, that is hard to do.
Now you are a big mark for Aquaman. How do you feel about Namor after watching this? Who would win in a fight?
Aquaman, obviously, because he's the best.
In those moments where the pacing kind of slows and you have just an interaction between two people, they are fucking connected and they are on and they deliver a strong performance. And the whole time I was like, oh.
No one felt out of place. No one felt shoehorned in. No one felt forced. Everyone had some credibility and some good character development and build up. Obviously, when you see the new Black Panther for the first time, people cheered. It was just
it added so much to it, though.
It felt like a live event.
Yes, it did. This is what I'm talking about. Going to watch it in theaters with people who are into it. It adds to it so much. Go watch it early when the theater's full. Is this a must-watch movie? If you're a Marvel fan, 100%, this is a must-watch movie. No doubt in my mind. This movie was fantastic. Go and see it in theaters. Put your phone down. Watch this movie. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to put this movie as an 8.2 out of 10 on my scale. That's what I think. And if you don't like it,
my feeling coming out of this movie was a 10. As a superhero movie in the realm of Marvel and DC,
you're a superhero expert.
I would give this a 10. I think it's one of the best they've done. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite. Honestly, it might be my favorite.
It's up there. That's why I need to go back and watch Black Panther 1 because I don't know which one's better now.
So, yeah, I walked out on a 10. I know that's a little high. I know I'm being ridiculous. But, like, as far as a Marvel experience, it was 10 on 10. So, if we want to just give it a number as a movie, I'll give it a 8.6. That was Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. He's B. I'm J. Good night.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment.
Please subscribe to this channel because we are the greatest movie reviewers of all time. And anyone that reviews movies like us, we're better than you, and you know it. Shout out MJF. Like and subscribe.
It's so much more fun when the movies are good.